everybody for joining us live. We really appreciate everybody joining us today. And for those of you who are going to be watching this afterwards, we appreciate you taking the time to watch our virtual Kenneth J. Miller Founders Award ceremony. We're so excited to be celebrating with you and all of our amazing champions that do so much for water for people. We just can't believe it. My name is Julie Kaufman, and I'm a business development manager at Water for People, and I work primarily with the companies that are on this call and so many others that have awesome employees that engage and support Water for People, along with our amazing committee champions. We really just can't say thank you guys enough, but this call today is a little bit of our way to try to say that. So I will get us started with our agenda for today. Eleanor Allen, our CEO, will start the ceremony. And then we will hear from Steve Meininger from Jacobs, who is our presenting sponsor. We're excited to have Jim Williams, president of the American Water Works Association, speak. And then as keynote, Eleanor will provide a Water for People address. And then what you guys are all here for is we will introduce our 2019-2020 Kenneth J. Miller Founders Award. We do ask that the winners turn on their video and say hello when they're announced. And if everybody else could please stay muted and probably off video. We do have a big turnout, so that will help us all with the bandwidth. If you are not muted, we will go through and mute you. So just please be warned on that one. All right, Eleanor, I turn it over to you now.
Great, thanks, Julie. Well, welcome to everyone to our first ever virtual award ceremony for the Kenneth J. Miller Award, and we're excited to be here with you. It looks like we have over 100 people here. So hopefully you're comfortable in your own home and you're able to relax, and we're not walking around convention center with sore feet and waiting for our pre-plated salads for lunch as we usually are. But this is our moment to really show gratitude and give thanks to the amazing volunteers that will be winning the Miller Award this year and that are champions for Water for People. So a little bit of history of why it's called the Miller Award. Well, Ken Miller was founder of Water for People. They're one of the three founders, actually, but he exemplified volunteer service. So this award recognizes his efforts and your efforts. After a distinguished career, he passed away in 2010, so about 10 years ago. Actually, it was June 2010, so exactly 10 years ago. And I remember Ken Miller because I used to work at CH2M Hill at the time when he was there, and he was a legend in his own right, and he was a visionary in the sense of creating this amazing organization that we're all part of and to bring our work to places around the world. So he also had the attributes of self-sacrifice and volunteer service, and his vision for really helping people around the world get access to lasting, reliable water and sanitation services. So the Kenneth J. Miller Award was established in 2001 by the board of directors at Water for People to honor Ken and the volunteers. And so now it's presented annually to exceptional volunteers like all of you who are selected by the committees and the workplace giving partners. So Ken worked for many years at CH2M Hill, then CH2M, and now Jacobs. And Jacobs has been the sponsor of the Miller Award Luncheon since the beginning. So we're happy to have Jacobs back this year. Thank you for the presenting sponsor. And now I'd like to welcome Steve Meininger. He's Vice President at Jacobs and the Miller Awardee in 2018.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Eleanor. And hi, everyone. Very excited to be here today representing Jacobs as the sponsor for the event. As Eleanor just mentioned, the luncheon, or this case virtual luncheon, hopefully you're eating something good, was named after Ken Miller, who helped co-found Water for People in 1991, while he was a senior vice president with CH2M Hill, which is now Jacobs. So for nearly 30 years, our firm has remained actively engaged in the success of Water for People in a number of different ways. But the most exciting for me is that it's been rooted in our employee engagement from the beginning. So we hosted our first workplace giving campaign in 2003, where we raised $10,000. And last year in 2019, during our annual employee giving campaign, we successfully raised over $267,000 from about 3,000 of our employees And then on top of that, Jacobs donated another $200,000 for a total of $467,000, which was our largest campaign ever. So really exciting. And for me, seeing the alignment of the values between Water for People and Jacobs has been very rewarding. Common focus on sustainability, culture of caring, focus on inclusion and diversity and compassion for others, as well as, of course, the impact that Water for People and Jacobs both have in providing safe water and sanitation. In 2014, I was fortunate to see firsthand the impact Water for People is having in Peru while participating on an impact tour there. I thought I already had a good understanding for Water for People prior to then, but seeing the effect they were having on the communities, the families, the children, and the schools was really eye-opening. I also came to appreciate the leadership role that women were taking across those communities to drive and manage the water programs. So within Jacobs, we recently initiated a global giving and volunteering program that we're calling Collectively, and it's part of our Plan Beyond strategy, basically giving back to the communities where we live and work that aligns with the purpose of creating a more connected, sustainable world. And as part of the program, we've recently offered a $250,000 match for employees donating to COVID-19 related charities. And last week we added another $100,000 match for what we're calling the Jacobs Equality Matching Campaign, which is basically matching employee donations to eligible causes related and dedicated to inclusion, equality, and injustice around the world. And it really had me kind of reflecting on all the challenges we face today and the competing priorities for where we invest our time, money, and resources, whether individually, as organizations, or communities. And as I was reflecting on Water for People, it's nice to know that they not only provide safe water and sanitation, but it's also a leader in the fight against COVID. And at the heart of its mission, it's helping with the struggle for inclusion and equality in the communities it serves. So just very excited to be here today to celebrate the amazing Water for People champions, whether you're supporting through a workplace giving campaign, a Water for People committee, or in any other way, your contributions are greatly appreciated. And then before I turn it back to Eleanor, I did want to acknowledge Peter Nickel, who's our Global Water Market Director, who's one of the award recipients today. Peter's been dedicated to supporting Water for People since 1995, and I couldn't be more excited to see the well-deserved recognition. So with that, I'll turn it back to Eleanor. Oh, you might be muted.
All right, there I go. Thanks. Thanks, Steve. I really appreciate your sponsorship and your dedication to Water for People. And now I have another great person to introduce here, Jim Williams, who's the current AWWA president, also a Miller awardee, and former Water for People board member, Water Buffalo. And Jim is going to give us a few words here. All yours, Jim.
Well, thank you, Eleanor. And first of all, thank you, Steve, and for all the great support that Jacobs provides as our presenting sponsor today. It is my pleasure, on behalf of the entire AWWA family, to thank and congratulate all of the 2020 Miller awardees. Water for People was born 29 years ago in 1991 from AWWA leadership, as Eleanor mentioned, and we have a proud history of collaborative partnership working to solve the world water crisis. AWWA's vision is for a better world through better water. What more powerful way to support that vision than through the work of Water for People? The Everyone Forever model is changing the world, and AWWA members everywhere are proud to be a part of it. I've personally been involved with the work of Water for People for 16 years, starting when I became chair of the Indiana Section Committee in 2004. The Indiana Section has a proud history of support for this great cause. And I'd like to give a personal shout out to my very good friend, Dave Majeski, from my hometown of Mishawaka, who is this year's honoree from the Hoosier State. Like all of the Ken Miller awardees, Dave has a passion for this important work and is doing a tremendous job chairing the Wine into Water event that we conduct in support of this event. I had the privilege of serving on the Water for People Board of Directors from 2010 through 2015. Eleanor was just coming in as CEO as I was rolling off the board. With her strong leadership skills, she continues to guide Water for People to great things. With the entire team we have assembled today, Water for People is most certainly in very good hands. Probably the most fun I've had supporting Water for People is as a member of the Water Buffaloes. This group of motorcycle enthusiast water professionals from all over North America ride to ACE each year. Through sponsorships for the ride, well over $1 million has been raised for Water for People in the past 14 years. I'd like to give a shout out to my fellow Water Buffalo, Tim Wilson, as this year's Miller awardee from the mighty herd of the Water Buffaloes. As AWWA president, I've enjoyed the opportunity to celebrate the strong relationship we have with Water for People. Nancy Sullivan and the section services staff look forward to working with local sections to continue to work together to foster our collective vision of a better world through better water. Once again, a hearty thanks and congratulations to all the Miller awardees. Through your efforts, you are truly making the world a better place. Thank you. And with that, it's back to Eleanor.
Well, thank you, Jim. Just want to make sure I'm back on here. And thank you for your leadership at AWWA and for your being a stalwart champion for Water for People through all the years, and also with the Water Buffaloes, and just supporting us in everything we do as we continue to evolve and try to serve more people. So I'm going to segue into a few minutes to give an update on what's happening at Water for People. It's been a crazy time for all of us around the world, and that leaves us also having this crazy experience. So recently, last few weeks, I just wanted to acknowledge what's happening in the US with all the protests and racial injustice. We at Water for People, we do take a stand in solidarity with the Black community, with everyone fighting for justice and equality in the US and all around the world. This is really important to us because equity lies at the core with all we do. Just as it's everyone's right to have access to clean water and sanitation, we believe it is also a fundamental right for every individual to be treated with dignity, respect, and equal justice under the law. Among the primary reasons Water for People exists is because Black lives matter everywhere. And we stand with those who are committed to overturning systemic racism to build more diverse and inclusive communities. But we know it's not enough to just stand, we also must act. This means continuing to listen and learn and evolve. And we will persist in looking for new ways to work with our global colleagues to achieve greater diversity, equity, and inclusion in our own workforce, on our board of directors, and in all aspects of our programs. For our U.S. employees, we will share anti-racism resources and encourage continuous learning, self-reflection, and avenues for collective action to influence change in the U.S. context. It's only the beginning. We've opened up this conversation, which is difficult and rooted in the history of our country, but we will keep the conversation going, challenge our own biases, and grow in our own perspectives. Only in these ways and through such action do I believe that we can be part of the solution. So I welcome you to be part of the solution with us. We're asking you as our champions and supporters to engage us in discussions and hold us accountable and help us achieve our goals of greater diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I look forward to those conversations with you as time goes on. The other major event that we can't not talk about is COVID-19 and the pandemic. and of course has impacted our work. Normally, we all be together at ACE right now, but we're not. It's been up and down around the world for us, depending on what country we're in. So I'll give a short update of how things have evolved since March. So construction in our countries has been affected in different degrees. In Africa, so Malawi, Uganda, Rwanda, we are an essential service, so construction has continued, but slower pace because there is social distancing required, and we cannot do our what we call our software skills. So the in-home visits, annual monitoring, things where we have person-to-person contact. India, as you may have been reading, is very difficult across the country. So it's limited in construction, but our employees are starting to return to the offices now. In Latin America, we have a mix. So Honduras, we've restarted construction in 2 districts, and then the rest of the districts we expect to return to construction soon. So we're building physical infrastructure on one side. We're also doing a lot of capacity building, training, school work, clinic work, as you know. So that has really been delayed. And so a lot of the operation maintenance working with government has been delayed while we continue construction. So our teams that are working remotely, we did have to go immediately into remote working, which was a challenge, but actually amazingly has been working for us. So we're over 200 employees around the world. Just for context, we have helped our government partners help get the word out on education just for basic response to the pandemic. So we helped do regional response activities, help get PPE distributed. And so this has gone beyond our normal work, but also continues our work. And this really reinforces the work that we're already doing, which we find ourselves in the epicenter of the response, because that is core to what we do. So our work in getting communities ready, so we call it the 3 R's: readiness, response, and then resiliency, getting ready for the next epidemic, pandemic, whatever it may be, but really having the services available to break the transmission of disease through proper hand washing and hygiene. That is so core to what we do. Right now, we're focused intensely on planning work in 273 schools and clinics that we had identified in our 2020 work plans. So we are working to get that work completed as fast as we can. That's part of our COVID package, and trying to accelerate that work so that we can be better equipped to respond and get the proper facilities in place for COVID. So on the flip side of things, where things have a positive outcome, we were featured as one of the 5 organizations in a COVID column by Nicholas Kristof, a New York Times writer, Pulitzer Prize winner. He's quite a large following, so it was incredibly amazing. We got in the column on COVID response, and we've seen overwhelming response to that article. So he created a C-19 impact fund, and then funders who didn't know us at all can go directly and donate to people through that fund, or of course come through our webpage. But what's happened is we've gotten dozens and dozens of new supporters, and we've gotten a lot of visibility to who we are and what we do, which has been incredible. And then through that work, we've also gotten new, more institutional donors like foundations and family offices and such. So this was a great thing for us because, as you know, a lot of our events were canceled that many of you host. So we had a large decline in revenue from March forward, but then we've been able to augment it with some of this new revenue from the New York Times. And then we did, of course, have cost savings with some of the work that we couldn't accomplish this year that we've been moved out till next year. So what we've learned is that something that was hard to get people to pay attention to, our core work, water, sanitation, hygiene, hand washing, is now very much in front and center. So that's been great, and really people realizing how important it is to have soap and water. So with crisis comes opportunity, and we've had many opportunities, and I'm really grateful to all of you being super creative and trying to do fundraisers for us offline or online versus in person, and also to my team, incredibly creative, coming up with new ideas and new platforms to be as digital as we can and getting the word out. Another amazing opportunity coming up that you might not have heard about is a movie cast. This came through New York Times. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Some of you have heard of that, some of you hadn't. Of course, I didn't know that movie, but now I do. So it's about 10 years old. It's sort of a cult classic movie with a large following. So the cast is getting together, who became fans of ours, and doing a table reading as a fundraiser for Water for People. So this will be happening in July, and it'll be advertised through Entertainment Weekly, which is a huge deal for us. So we're very excited about going to Hollywood, and you'll hear more about that, and we'll be able to share more about that as we get closer to knowing the exact date. We're still waiting for that exact date. And finally, we're excited to announce that our champion workshop that some of you may have participated in the past, we have it usually at our Denver office in the summer with Committee and Workplace Giving Champions. We're going to do it virtually. We have it planned now between July 16th and 24th, 4 separate days in there. And Georgia and Julie sent out the information last week. So if you didn't get it, please let Georgia, Julie know. And it should be a great event. And we're already planning some fun things for that. So now for the important moment while we're all here, love to announce our amazing Kenneth J. Miller Founders Award winners. So the Miller Award, we do this award annually. And this is something we've been doing for over 20 years. More than 50 volunteer committees in the US and Canada for both AWWA and WEF through the MAs do outreach and fundraising on behalf of Water for People. So a couple years ago, we expanded the Miller Award to also include our workplace giving partners from companies, because you're also doing incredibly tirelessly volunteering for Water for People and increasing employee engagement and awareness of your colleagues at your firms. So together, all of you in the committees through AWWA and WEF and the Workplace Giving Partners have raised nearly $3 million for Water for People every year. So I'm just going to repeat that because it's a lot of money and we're super appreciative. $3 million annually. And this is money that's very important to us because it's unrestricted. So a lot of our money comes in very restricted grants. Think of that as a project work that has a very specific scope. But we also need flexible money to help do our research and development and continue to do our things that are not covered by grant work. And this is crucial to Water for People so we can continue to be innovative and lead our sector in water and sanitation. So thank you for all your hard work, your sacrifice, your hours, your dedication, and to helping bring an end to the global water and sanitation crisis. So we know you want to congratulate your winners and share your appreciation, but let's keep it on mute. And I love the chat. I'm seeing it on the side here. I think we're all getting good at seeing chats through our peripheral vision. So 22 amazing volunteers to recognize today. Every volunteer who we will recognize has been nominated by their committee or their company this year. And activities that the awardees do is host events, rally support, do lots of administrative and logistical tasks behind the scenes, encourage people, cajole. You all know how it is to get people to come to your events and do these things. So really, it's hard work, and we definitely know how valuable your time is, and so we're very appreciative of that. So what we're going to do now is I go into the awardees. I'll announce each of you, and then if you can turn your camera on and show your plaque, you all should have your plaque, then we can, I think we're going to do a screenshot or something, Julie's going to share. And I see, Sean, if you can turn off your camera for this part, if you don't mind, because we see you too. Awesome. Thank you. So first up is Brianna Barton from Carollo Engineers. Brianna, if you can turn your camera on.
Hi.
Hello, there you are. So Brianna, she's in the leading Carollo's Workplace Giving Champions, and she's achieved 100% participation from Carollo offices. Yay, Brianna.
Thank you, Eleanor. I'd like to thank Carollo Engineers for the opportunity to support Water for People through our Workplace Giving program. It's really an honor to be a part of Water for People's journey to reach everyone forever. So thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next up, Ruth Borgman from North Carolina AWWA WEA.
Hi.
Hey, Ruth.
Beautiful plaque.
Yay. There's a beautiful plaque. So Ruth has been the lead planner in North Carolina for the golf tournament and consistently volunteers at many fundraising events throughout the year. Thank you, Ruth.
Thank you, Eleanor, and thank you for this wonderful honor and the beautiful plaque. And we're just happy that we can raise money and awareness for Water for People here in North Carolina.
Woohoo! Thank you. All right, Jamie Boudelier from Ontario Section AWWA.
Hi, everyone.
Jamie. Congratulations. So Jamie has volunteered with World Water Corps. She's been to Rwanda twice, 2013, and just last year she did a project management training there for the Africa region. Thank you, Jamie.
That's right. Thank you. I wanted to thank everybody for this award, but mostly I wanted to thank the Water for People staff because they make it so much easier to make an impact with the resources and support that they provide.
Great. Thank you, Jamie. Congratulations. Next, I have Jean Conte from CDM Smith. Hi, Jean.
Hi.
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 Your plaque's upside down. You got to give it a flip.
Oh, gotta get the right way.
So Jean is from CDM Smith. She's a seasoned veteran. She's been a member of the core team since Workplace Giving started in 2005. So thank you.
Yeah, well, I want to thank everyone. The Water for People team has been great to work with. And CDM Smith is so excited to be part of this wonderful, contribution to cleaning water and getting sanitation. That's what we're all about. So thank you.
Excellent. Congratulations, Jean. Thank you. Next up, I have Daniel Dawson from Southwest Section AWWA.
Hey.
Hey, Daniel. Jean, I'm just going to ask you to turn off your camera, please.
Yes, give me a minute.
Thank you.
Okay, this should be.
Awesome. Daniel.
Yes.
So Daniel's a dedicated champion supporting Water for People at the Arkansas Conference, Southwest Section, and National AWWA conferences. So congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all very much. It's indeed my honor and privilege to represent the Southwest Section in accepting this award. And thanks again. Appreciate it.
Great. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Allison DeCog from Michigan WEA.
Hi.
Hi, Allison. So Allison has shared that she volunteers for Water for People because she understands that providing clean water for community doesn't end when the well is dug. That's only the beginning. Well said, Allison. Congratulations.
Thank you. And thanks to Water for People and to the Michigan chapter for nominating me and for this award. I really appreciate it. And thank you to all the other Miller awardees.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Allison. So Katie Dillon, Pacific Northwest Section, AWWA.
Hi.
Hi, Katie.
Hi.
So Katie's an integral part of the Pacific Northwest Section. On the committee, she currently serves as the vice chair and the section conference silent auction co-chair. Congratulations, Katie.
Thank you. I'd love to thank the Pacific Northwest section. They're just so supportive and just do such great work for Water for People, and also my employer HDR, who's been super supportive in letting me participate.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. Erin Donnelly, Brown and Caldwell. I think Erin, oh, she is here. Yay. Hey, Erin, we're sure if we know you're on maternity leave, so we weren't sure if you were coming.
Glad to be here.
Great, congratulations. Erin plans, organizes, runs the annual Veronica Caldwell Brouhaha fundraiser. This brings home brewers together to fundraise for Water for People, which we love. So congratulations, Erin.
Yeah, thank you for the great honor, and I look forward to continue to serve Water for People as a Brown and Caldwell employee.
Wonderful, congratulations.
Thank you.
Shannon Fry, Kentucky, Tennessee section, AWWA.
Hi there.
Hi, Shannon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Shannon has served as both the vice chair and the chair of the section committee, and as well as having pioneered the annual bowling fundraiser. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. I am so thankful to be a recipient of this award and for those who have introduced me to Water for People, especially Martha Siegel, and I'm very proud to be involved with this amazing organization.
Woohoo! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lissa Gregg from Texas WEA.
Hi.
Hey, Lissa. So Lissa brings empathy and pragmatism to her fundraising and awareness responsibilities within the Water for People Texas community, and she's been a critical asset to the committee. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm really excited and love getting to work with Water for People and AWWA and my employer, Friesen Nichols, for letting me do what I do. So thank you guys.
Congratulations, Lissa. Stephanie Hearn from California, Nevada, AWWA section.
Hi. Oh.
Hi, there you are.
Well, just thank you to everybody and for the Cal Nevada section for nominating me. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, so Stephanie volunteers because she believes the most rewarding work anyone can do is the work they're passionate about. So thank you, Stephanie. Next up, I have Rahim Kanji from the Water Environment Association of Ontario.
Hello.
And if I could just ask Brenda, Lucas, can you turn off your video? Thank you. Awesome. Okay. So Rahim has been an effective leader, instrumental in revitalizing the committee, its membership, and improving the relationship between the committee, WEA Ontario, and the Board of Water for People Canada. Thank you, Rahim.
Thank you. It's been a great honor and pleasure to serve, and this came as a total surprise to me. And thanks to Water for People Canada, and the Water Environment Association of Ontario Committee, and I look forward to continuing to support the vision and mission of Water for People.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Rahim. Thank you. Okay, Laura Macklin from Arizona Water Association. Hey, Laura.
Hey there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Laura has volunteered with the Southern Arizona Golf Classic for 16 years, and she's coordinated Pedal with Purpose through the El Tour de Tucson for 3 years. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
So I'd have my plaque, but it's already in my office. But I want to thank everybody for everybody's support. It's Water for People is awesome.
Wonderful, and thank you so much. Congratulations. Okay, Dave Majewski, Indiana section. We've already heard your name mentioned today, Dave.
Hi, Eleanor. Yes, I think I'm on.
Yeah, you're on.
Awesome.
So you're known for your dedication to wine and to water, and you keep leading the event, and you've been instrumental in its growth and success. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm truly humbled by this honor. Proud to be a part of this mission, and all the great people with Water for People I've got to meet, from Georgia David, Julie Kaufman, yourself. Just very proud to represent the Super Indiana section, and thank you so much. And a big shout out to Jim Williams for his. I'm forever grateful for him getting me involved. Everyone forever. Thank you.
All right. Congrats, Dave. Thank you. Okay. Willis Manis from the Georgia section, AWWA. So Willis is not here from what we can see, but I do want to give a moment of gratitude for Willis's constant enthusiasm. He was instrumental in establishing the annual barbecue fundraiser and making it a great event that is today. For those who know, the Georgia barbecue event is quite famous. So thank you to Willis. Next, I have Jean Miller from Ohio Section AWWA.
Bear with me. Am I on, Eleanor?
You're on. You're on.
Well, thanks. I just like to thank the members of our. We run 3 races in Ohio, one in Cleveland, one in Columbus, one in Cincinnati. The benefit Water for People. It's great to have great volunteers, and that's who led me to get this award, as well as our silent auction sponsors as well too. They're great at our annual committee. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Gene. And Gene didn't mention this, but he brought together the Ohio WEA and Ohio AWWA together to fundraise together for Water for People. So thank you for your leadership there.
And this year we're holding a virtual race to benefit Water for People between all 3 of them. So
oh, good.
Just so it's coming up here soon. So really, it's been a lot of hard work, but a lot of good people working together for it. I'm also a former CHer and now work for Black and Beach, so should probably mention that too. So,
excellent.
Thank you very much, Eleanor.
Okay, thank you, and I can't wait to hear about those virtual races.
Thanks.
Okay, Sean Mulhern, Minnesota Section AWWA. Hi, Sean.
Hi. How's
Lovely.
it going?
Congratulations.
Right, trying to show it both, you know.
Yeah, so I understand you grew up on a family farm and you know how important it is to have clean water. And the philosophy of Water for People coincides with your own beliefs about all living things deserve fresh water.
Yeah, that's very true. And I want to thank you and everybody at your staff that does everything that you do there, because you do an amazing job. And the people in Minnesota, we have water wazoo here and we take it for granted. But we know that other parts of the world don't have what we have. And it is a very important task that all of you guys do. So I want to just thank you. And we really appreciate all that you've done for us over the years, or done for the Water for People.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Sean. We're appreciative of all you do for us too. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Peter Nickel, Jacobs.
Hi, Eleanor.
Hi, Peter.
And just great to share the virtual stage with everybody today. It's just outstanding the work that all of them do and the contributions that they do to the success of Water for People. But Eleanor, to you and your team, thanks for everything that you do. We couldn't get this without the leadership that you and your team provide. And to the workplace giving team that we have in Jacobs, just thanks to all of them for everything that they do, because it's a pleasure to participate and it's a passion to continue to support this organization. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Peter. And a special thank you to you from me, because Peter and I have known each other a long time. We worked together for many years. And Peter has been involved with Water for People since 1995 and helped establish Water for People Canada, which he carries through today in helping in Canada. And he serves as the Jacobs Workplace Giving Executive Sponsor. So also a big thank you to you and to Steve for bringing Water for People to Jacobs. And I know that was something that wasn't there before, and I'm very appreciative that you brought that tradition and legacy and new partnership to Water for People. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jordan Olanik, California, Nevada Section.
Hi, Eleanor. How are you doing?
Hey, Jordan. Congratulations.
Got the little pin here, too. Thank you for having me.
Oh, great. That's a special pin. Thanks for being here. So Jordan is always ready to take on tasks in Sacramento, and he's part of that committee, and he's been getting sponsors and working on the softball tournament. So congratulations and thank you for all you do.
Thanks, Eleanor. Yeah, chair of the Sacramento Committee. It's an honor and a privilege to represent California and Nevada section, as well as the Sacramento Committee. So really happy to be here. Honored to being amongst all the great awardees here today. And it's really an honor and a privilege to volunteer for a great organization like Water for People. The work that your folks do, Georgia, Julia, Julie, Kevin, and Ben. Some of those folks they're all awesome, and the great work you do is really inspiring.
Well, I think they're awesome too. And I think you're awesome too. So congratulations and thank you. All right. Next up, we have Lisa Van Watershoot, Western Canada Section AWWA. Hey, Lisa.
Hi.
So Lisa is the co-chair, and her kindness, motivation, enthusiasm have inspired the committee to keep moving forward and expanding their fundraising goals. I love that. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone. It's an honor to be part of this group of recipients. Thanks.
Wonderful. Congratulations. Okay, Jackie Weaver, New Jersey Section, AWWA.
Can you see me?
We see you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Jackie. So Jackie has led events in New Jersey Section, boundless energy, friendly demeanor, and knack for making fundraising fun for all that get involved. And you guys have been amazing. So congratulations and thank you for your leadership.
Well, thank you very much. I just want to thank my New Jersey peeps. I know some of you guys are on the phone right now. Thank you for nominating me for this amazing award, and for my company, New Jersey American Water, for supporting me and allowing me to be part of such an amazing Wood for People family. So thank you, everyone. Really do appreciate it.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
Tim Wilson, Ride with Purpose, also known as Water Buffaloes. Hey, Tim.
Hello there. Hello there.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And tremendously honored to receive this award today for Water for People. There's so many great deserving recipients to sit and watch and read through the program. Truly humbled to be among them. In the time that Ride with Purpose has been active, as Jim mentioned in his intro, we've raised well over $1 million for our causes and those in need of improved water and sanitation, both foreign and domestic. And I'm always amazed by that. You can call it what you want, but from my perspective, it's just damn impressive for any group, much less a bunch of bikers. So thank you to the herd. Thank you to Water for People for recognizing me for this award today. Thank you to my employer, Dixon Engineering, that allows me to do what I do. And just a special shout out to my wife, Buffalo number 80. She puts up with me. So thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Tim. Congratulations. And it is damn impressive. I agree. $1 million is a lot, especially you would know you're the treasurer, and you also do the website, and you volunteer in different committees and different fundraisers, and you really all around help spread the word about Water for People, and we're very grateful for all you do. So we'll give a virtual congratulations to all the awardees. Really, I'm also humbled by being with all of you today because you're so amazing in your selfless volunteerism and your beliefs in our work, which is something that I care about passionately as well. But I am especially grateful for those of you that also are not doing this as your day job. You're doing this as extra, and that's especially difficult sometimes. And so I'm extra appreciative for you as volunteers. So I did want to also mention something that many people here, Miller awardees and others on the call, have been involved in. It's going on right now. We call it the Global Mosaic Challenge. This is something our incredible team came up with as one of our virtual tests. So since we weren't doing these events with COVID. So the Global Mosaic Challenge has raised nearly $15,000. It goes until June 30th. And then if you participate by uploading a photo or as many as you want. I did several. It's $10 a photo. That's your donation. And then all the photos will be put into an algorithm to create an image of one of our photos. It's a really beautiful photo. So if you will get a virtual a digital image of the final mosaic, and your picture or pictures will be in there somewhere. And then we do have a very good competition going between committees and companies. We have a leaderboard, which I've been refreshing every day. So really thankful for all of those of you who are supporting this and participating in this new experiment. But so far so good. It's pretty exciting. And then we have many firms that are part of our leadership council who are tripling the donations raised by the committees and workplace giving companies. So keep going, keep that competition going. So in closing, I just want to say, on behalf of all Water for People, we are so appreciative of all of you on the committees and the workplace giving programs, and how you continue to stay engaged and plan and host events, and finding new ways to be creative, to engage with your supporters and get people to remember who we are and what we do, and the importance, especially now more than ever, of water and sanitation and hygiene. So thank you for your time, your talents, and your dedication and your passion, and everything you do for Water for People. And thank you for being with us today and our first virtual Miller Awardee lunch, and appreciating all of the Water for People volunteers here today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you sometime soon, either virtually or hopefully in person. Thank you. Anything else, Georgia, Julie?
I think I'm going to call out what Sean shared in the chat. A round of applause for Eleanor for hosting this event. You did a wonderful job. Thank you so much. Hosting virtual events, maybe even more difficult than hosting in-person events, and we appreciate your time and talents, Eleanor, and thank you so much. This has been amazing. Yeah,
highlight of my day and week for sure, and probably month. So thank you.
I think also just on behalf, again, Eleanor already said it, but again, on behalf of all of us at Water for People, thank you, champions, Miller awardees, not just for what you did today, but what you do every day. And thank you everybody for joining us. We really appreciate it. And yeah, we just can't say that enough, but thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.